How about now? Am I clear to you now?
Yes, sir.
All right. Uh-oh. Let me get let me
Uh-oh.
get that. This is my this is my first time ever doing a live, with someone else other than, just myself. But how you been doing, man?
Hey, man, I've been good, bro.
That's wonderful.
It's a
Man, once upon a
it's a little
go
delay
ahead.
with the
There's a slight delay.
yes, sir.
Might have to
But
wait
we
a
can work
couple of
through it.
seconds or so. Uh-oh. Let me get this. Let me prop this up. So is that better?
Yeah, man.
So the delay has been eliminated.
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Great, great, great. So us black folks, you know what I'm saying? They like to say we get started, we can't get started on time to save our life. You know what I mean?
Hey, man.
Unfortunately, like I said, you know what I mean? I'm not the kind of person or individual that like to make excuses, but this time around, it wasn't really in my hands. You know, uh Before going live, I explained to you why, I'm a bit tardy. And I like to ask you, for my forgiveness or for your forgiveness. I'm sorry. But
Bro, it's all good, man.
for sure. But it is such a delight having you here with us tonight, and you are the very first person that, I've done a live stream with. And, I couldn't think of anyone greater to do so, and I am so delighted. I am so grateful to have you here with us tonight. So, just to get started, man, tell the people exactly, who you are, sir.
Um, I'm Tremaine. That's really it, man. Nothing really special.
Word on the
Yeah,
street is
man.
you half man and half human, man.
No, man. No, bro. Honestly, I'm just a Florida boy living in Georgia, man, trying to chase my dream.
Half man and half amazing, man. You know what I
Uh,
mean? Okay, okay. So, how exactly did you become a partaker or a participant of the music industry? How did it all begin for you?
Man, 43 years ago, well, 44.
Okay.
Um, at 1 and 2 years old, my mother used to pull the pots from up under the sink, and she would break apart the hangers and let
Oh,
me
okay,
play
okay.
drums in the kitchen on the floor.
I'm familiar. I'm
And
familiar with that.
you familiar with
Oh yeah, man.
that? And my grandmother was the Sunday school teacher and
You
also the
said that.
church organist.
I apologize. There's a slight delay. You said she was the Sunday school teacher.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
My
Continue.
grandmother.
Okay.
And she was also the church organist.
Oh wow.
So Wednesday nights, Friday night, I would play drums behind her because the Sunday drummers took the week off during the middle
Oh
of the week
wow.
sometimes. So it was up
Wow.
to the little boys, one of the deacons, to play drums during the
Okay.
service during the week. So I
Okay.
started probably 6 or 7 years old playing
And
drums.
okay. Continue.
What you? Oh yeah. So 6 or 7 playing drums, and that went on all the way through high school. When I was
Wow. Wow. Wow.
14, my mom bought me a lead guitar.
Oh, okay. So you started at 14 actually playing the lead guitar.
Yes, sir.
So what brand exactly was your very first guitar and
Sammy.
why?
I have no clue. I actually wanted a steel guitar.
You wanted to what?
I wanted a steel guitar.
Oh, okay. Okay. Those things sound beautiful too, don't they?
Bro, in the right hand, anything is possible.
Man, they sound so good. You can play them with almost anything. It's nothing like a horse. You know what I mean? That sound,
Yeah,
man, that sound is amazing,
yeah, yeah, definitely.
for, for sure. So, okay, your grandmother was an organist. And then on top of that, you started when you were about 6 or 7, utilizing with the utilization of clothes hangers and pots and pans, pretty much anything you can find to keep that rhythm and to keep that tempo,
Yes, sir.
because you wanted to be a drummer. Okay. And you know what, man? I started around that time too,
Okay.
just beating on pots and pans, you know, uh, being in the office and things like that with my father down at the shop, and
Hmm.
he had a lot of 45s on hand. And I would listen to some of those old records. He had records like Slim and the Supreme Angels and
Yeah.
several others, and I would listen to those records, man, and I'd be in the office, man, with spare time beating on those pots and pans, getting down, man. So I can definitely relate, you know what I mean? Being a musician. So do you remember how we first met, man?
I don't. I was trying to remember. Like, thing is, I meet so many people,
So many people. Yeah,
and
yeah, for
if
sure.
it's been a long time, I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like, man, I don't know where I know this dude from. I don't know. I know this person. Dude, people coming to me all the time, call my whole name, tell me about my mama, my sisters, and I cannot remember where I
You
know them
have no
from. So
recollection.
don't take it personal. Just remind me
Hey, it
though.
happens, man. It's a part of the journey. You know what I'm saying? It
Yes,
comes
sir.
with the journey, man. And you meet many people from different walks of life, and it's a everyday thing for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being
Hmm.
a musician. It's common. But you and I first met at the 15th annual Showcase of the South in Atlanta, Georgia.
What year was this?
This was 2008, 2009.
Mm, I didn't get to Atlanta to 13.
What happened?
I got to Atlanta in 2013.
There was a showcase that they had there during that time. There was a showcase, and that's where I remember first seeing you. There was a showcase that they had there. Uh,
It might have been because I be everywhere, but I know
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure I got to Atlanta in 13 because June to make 12 years that I've been here.
12 years. What now?
That I've been in Atlanta.
Oh wow, wow. Okay, 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 okay. So, um, are you a solo artist now at this time, or are you playing with a group currently?
Both. I
Oh,
do
okay,
solo
okay,
shows, which is just me and the guitar. But
okay.
then I have a band, the Trained Art Band,
So,
and we
so
travel and do stuff around the city, in and out the wherever. Just whoever got a check, we go.
okay. So what you are you pretty consistent with it? You play solo every weekend or with the band every weekend?
It varies. Like
Okay.
couple Valentine's weekend, I was up in uh Sweetland, Maryland,
Okay.
and I did a solo show there. But then I have a gig with the band this weekend. I have a show with my
Okay.
band next weekend. So it just depends on the week. There's no 2 weeks that are the same.
Okay. And before we leave and before we end this live, you know what I mean? I'm going to allow you the opportunity to provide all the detailed information that you possibly can about upcoming gigs, any events that you might be involved in, etc. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The people will definitely be glad to come out and see you and support you as well, you know. And so are you I understand as well because I did some thorough research. I understand also that uh you had a hand in uh production, like far as like butter butters or something like that. I think the name of it
Oh,
is.
distilled butter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
that's
noticed that as well.
yeah, that's a band that I was a part of. I'm still a part of them as well. With Mr. Richard Brown. I did
Okay,
a
okay.
when I first moved to Atlanta. He was one of the guys that I've met on Facebook, a flute player. So I
Oh wow.
did, yeah, I did most of his jazz album, which
Hmm.
was, I'm thinking about 2013, 14. It was real early in me
Okay,
being here. So I was
okay.
literally sitting at home with my interface, my computer. I did about 10 tracks for him, and he released his album under
How
that name,
long
The Spirit
approximately?
Brother.
How long approximately did it take you to do an overlay? Not an overlay, but to actually, lay the foundation of those tracks. How long did it take you to? Many people don't really understand, and it depends on what kind of mode as an artist that you're in at that particular time, because you can go in the studio and do some things in one take, opposed to others. You may have to constantly do them over and over again and re-record them. So let the people know exactly how long did it take for you to put this magnificent piece of art together.
Um, honestly, when he presented me the songs was already structured. He already had everything laid. So a few of them, I just say 8 out of 10, only needed maybe like a solo line, maybe eight
Oh,
bars,
okay,
32 bars. So it wasn't where I had to build the whole song. Now
okay.
with my personal stuff, with my album and stuff like that, man, I got songs I've been working on for years.
I believe it, and many musicians do.
Yeah,
Because there is, there does come a time where you can have, a dry spell,
yeah.
and you need a co-producer or a co-writer. I mean, that does exist. You know what I mean? So I can definitely relate. I can definitely relate.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Because like this
So
song I've been working on called "Lost Love," which is
okay,
probably going to be the next single that I release. I've
in house.
literally, yeah, I'm doing it in house, and most of it's done already. I already have the foundation of the track. I just can't figure out what I want to do
Mr.
as far as the melody.
Not to cut you off, Mr. Young, but you're going in and out slightly.
Hold on. Let me make an adjustment.
Okay, no problem.
Hello,
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
is that better?
Yes, yes, it is. There
Okay.
is just a slight delay.
Oh yeah, on my end too. I'm not sure,
Okay,
but it's cool though. But
okay, cool.
yeah, certain songs that I've literally been working on for a couple years, and like I was saying, this
Okay,
last song that I'm about to release, hopefully before the next month is out, I've literally
okay,
been recording off and on for the last probably about 2 3 years.
okay, okay. So when you finally release it, I know
Hmm.
for a fact that it's gonna have a major impact, because one thing I know for sure from personal experience, you
Hmm.
are a marvelous, a talented, creative guitarist. That's for sure. That is
Appreciate
for
it.
sure, because we've done some work together as well.
Yes, sir.
Distant Lover. I'm gonna re-release that as well on various platforms, but I'm gonna go with another party as far as distribution.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna re-release that recording as well,
Yeah. And,
because
and
there
make sure
there
I get
was.
a copy of it.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. So I'm gonna re-release that as well. We've done some work together, and
Hmm.
I myself, I've even decided, to, because I'm always traveling, but I'm not making music all the time
Hmm.
when I travel. So, right now at this point in time, I'm in the process of establishing a band as well. So, because I love to sing, and once you're a musician, it's like a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Once
Oh yeah,
a musician, always a musician.
always a musician.
And absolutely, and that's something that I truly believe in because I came up young doing it, and it's just something that you love, and it's something that it makes you feel better.
Oh yeah.
A place of serenity, a place of creativity, creation, and it's a wonderful thing. Music has saved so many lives, man. Music has
Oh,
saved so many
oh,
lives, man.
I'm a witness, man. For real.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, man.
Tell the Lord thank you, man. That's how they
Yeah,
say it, right? Tell the
for
Lord
real.
thank you, man.
Yeah, because honestly, I really don't. I can't even imagine myself without the concept of music being where it is with me. You know,
Right.
it's like these are my girlfriends behind me. You see these
That's
guitars?
right.
When
That's
I can't
right.
talk to nobody else, they listen.
Or you can make it talk.
Or I try to make it talk.
Say, I don't need no parrot when I got a guitar, man.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
can make it talk too,
Yes, sir.
for sure, man. So I asked you that already. So I take it that your family is you said your grandmother was an organist. I understand also that you have a relative. You have a brother that plays as well, right?
Well, not a brother. I call them brothers, but I
Okay.
grew up in a musical family of uh, church boys.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
so biologically, my grandmother played organ. My
Okay.
mother, my uncle started the Bethune Cookman College gospel choir
Okay.
back
Oh
in
wow. Okay.
1972, 71. Bethune Cookman, all the
Okay.
Wildcats. Y'all seen it.
Okay.
But yeah. So my uncle started the gospel choir at Bethune.
Mhm.
Then my mom was his lead singer,
Okay.
doing their singing together. My aunts both sang. I had another uncle that played organ and piano. All of my
Okay.
cousins played something, whether it's steel guitar, lead guitar, bass, drums. They all play something. Both my sister,
Okay.
well, one of my sisters sings. I wouldn't ask the other
Okay.
one to sing, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm a big brother, so I'm gonna talk trash about them.
That's right.
But
All the time. And
I
I'm
have a
the only
musical
boy, so
family.
I get that. I get
Yep.
that. I'm the only boy, and I talk trash too. I scream. You know what I mean? I scream. I bark at
Yeah,
them. You know what I mean?
yep. But I have a lot of guys that I grew up with that are phenomenal musicians, and
I
most of
believe
them
it.
play steel. I was the lead guitar player out of the bunch in my age group, and yeah, so very musical family, biological and extended.
Okay. Okay. So, as a musician,
Yes, sir.
what would you recommend to any, not just the youth, but anyone that would like to get into music? What advice would you give to someone that wants to take on the responsibility of actually calling themselves a musician? Because you do understand that the title of being a musician is earned. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You're not just a musician. You know what I mean? You became a musician. We became musicians. We
Hmm.
earned that right to be musicians. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, what exactly would you recommend someone that would like to insert themselves into the music industry, or anyone that would like to take on, uh, like I said, the responsibility of being a musician? What advice would you give to them? Because you know, as a musician, you have the back of others, knowing that they have that security or that
Hmm.
securement. You know, wherever the bass isn't present, I can feel the void. You know what I mean? Same thing
Understood.
with vocals. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what would you recommend, or what advice would you have to give to anyone that would, or anyone that desires to become a musician in the near future?
Honestly, just to go into it with an open mind.
Okay.
Um, when I started, I couldn't fathom then where I would be now because I just did
Okay.
it because I love to do it, and that's the
Right.
key to whether you're going to be a musician, whether you're going to be a teacher, or what a basketball player. If you don't love
Right.
what you're doing, you're not going to put the effort into it to get better at it. Because
Kudos to
I
you, sir.
I never had lessons. I
Me neither.
literally
Me neither.
I literally just kind of started playing. I got a guitar when I was 14. By 15, 16, I was like the main guitar player at the church. And that lasted
When it
all the way through. And but it was just never one of those things where I was like, okay, sit here and learn under this person. So you kind of it
right.
kind of grows on you. And
And you know what? And you know what, too, not to cut you off, it
mm,
eliminates you having to pay, you know what I mean? That kind of money for the lessons when you might not financially even be in that kind of situation to pay someone for lessons. When you're
oh yeah, we definitely
self-taught, you
was.
start out on your own, you know?
Yeah, we definitely wasn't in position not to pay for lessons, you know.
Right.
But any advice that I would give anybody, and people who come to me even today say, "Hey, I want to learn how to play guitar." Buy one, practice, and when you finish
That's right.
practice, practice some more, and practice some more, and practice some more, and just understand that repetition is the key to mastery. The more you do
I
anything,
think
the
the
better you get at it.
I think the last time that we had a conversation by phone, I believe you were practicing then.
I probably was. I probably was.
When I called you,
But
you was plugged in. I say, check him out. He plugged in already, ready to go. And
yeah,
if
man,
you
because
ain't
I
plugged
don't have
in,
the
you
time that
know
I used
how,
to
you
have.
know. What happened?
Because
I'm sorry.
when I was in high school or college, I could practice 4 or 5 hours a day. Now I got to
Yeah.
get up, make sure that light stay on. So by the time I get home, I mean, I want to practice every day, but I
Yeah,
still
that's
have
right.
to keep up. I got to keep up with these young guys, man. These young boys
Yeah,
playing,
they ridiculous
whew,
now, ain't
they kill it.
it? Smoking, man.
Like literally.
Smoking. Yeah, seriously, man. Yeah,
Yep.
they
And
they
then
put a
look,
new
look
edge
here in
on it.
Atlanta, it's so much. I hate to call it competition, but it's so much competition. But it's a
That's
friendly
what it is.
competition, because
Right, right.
somebody told me the other week, said, "Man, you the baddest guitar player in Atlanta," and I'm looking around like,
Uh-huh.
no, no, man, because
But you know
Jubu,
what?
Xavier Lynn lives there, Mark Strobridge, Marquise Black, Kyle Williams. Man, I just started going down. Billy
Hey,
Odom.
man,
I was just like, man,
catfish is a fool
I
with
got a
it too,
long way to
man.
go.
Not kingfish. Kingfish is a fool with it.
Oh
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
Kingfish is
Kingfish
out of this
is
world.
amazing. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
very
bro.
talented, young guy, man,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure. And man, it's just a beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful thing, man. But that's some great advice. Those are some good pointers though that you gave as well. You know, continue practicing and just don't give up on it.
Right.
Don't
You
give
gotta
up on
hone
it.
your
You know what I
craft,
mean?
man.
That's right.
But you
And for
gotta you
you,
gotta practice with intent though.
that's right.
Practice.
And
Make sure that every time that you pick up your instrument, that you're trying to learn something. You're actually trying to get better. I mean, it's cool to just jam out, but it's good to learn like fundamental stuff. Get one
that's right.
song, learn that song in and out, like
Right.
all the way through.
Right.
But I used
Right.
to practice the older records, Luther and Frankie and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And stuff that I didn't know, I was blessed with an ear to be able to pick up on stage, like, hey, this is the actual chord, or this, that, and the other, and and just to piggyback on your previous question, if you can't take criticism, don't get on stage.
Right. And not only criticism, but the honest kind. You dig what I'm saying?
Honest, right, right. I was humbled.
The honest
I was
kind.
humbled in church, man. I got to church one Sunday, and Lorenzo, I never forget it, man. Man, I got ready. I was ready to play, make people shout, all this other stuff. And it was a big
Mhm.
service. There was a lot of people there. And Lorenzo looked me square in the face and said, "Hey, young buck, you ain't ready. What I'm gonna do?"
like they say in the sticks. You need a couple more pecan seasons, son.
Hey, man, for real. And I'm from Florida, so a couple more mango seasons.
That's right. I'm from Florida
Yeah,
too,
man.
man. But my
Yeah,
grandmother, I
man.
used to hear my grandmother say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Few
Doc.
more
But
pecan seasons.
there's a lot of guys try to do more than what what they can. But you
Uh-huh.
can get humble real quick.
Yeah. And the great thing about you, you being such an amazing, musician as you are, you still have a spirit of humility, man. You know what I mean? And
Of
and
course,
you're
because
you're, you're humble with it, but you bad to the bone though. I give you that.
hey,
You
man,
bad to the bone, man.
the reality is, bro, the gift that I have is just that, a
Hmm.
gift. I don't feel I
Right?
did anything special to get it. I just kind of woke up one day and had it. But I know
God gave it. He
the
instilled it in
source
you, man. Within you.
exactly. I know the source of where it came from, and so I can't say, "Oh, I'm big and I'm bad now," because just like God gave it to me, to take it away.
Take it away. That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
That's right, man.
And I would be, man, the way my life is set up right now. If I lose a hand, man, you might as well go and shoot me in the head.
Don't say that, Tremaine, man.
Hey,
Don't
man,
say that. I know
music has
you
saved my
figure
life a
you're
thousand times, bro.
figuratively speaking, but
I'm figuratively speaking, but at the same time, music has saved my life to the point where I don't think I would be able to function
yeah,
as a man going day to day, knowing that at the end of the day or the end of the week that I can't go out and play for somebody else or even play for myself. I would
yeah.
literally be miserable, and I would rather not be here than have that to happen. And I hate to talk like
But
that, but that's
but you
reality.
but you know what, man? When you're all in for the cause, and when
Yeah,
you have a certain level of devotion and dedication and commitment, not only to yourself but fellow band members, I think that it's a beautiful feeling. And
yeah,
you should take pride in what you do, because I mean, you're all in, man. You're
yeah,
all in musician, and that would be terrible, but I truly understand where you're coming from with that.
yeah, man.
Like popular artists, there was an interview that I was watching on YouTube a couple of weeks ago. Bobby Blue Bland. You're familiar with Bobby Blue Bland, right?
Man, I was just listening to Bobby Blue yesterday.
But he mentioned that, because he's a tenor, but he mentioned that he became more of a baritone when he
Hmm.
had his tonsils removed. I
Right.
didn't know that, but he had his tonsils removed. And he was still able to sing, but he wasn't able to sing the way that he was once before. But
That
to
might have come from
lose
that
even
throat scratching thing he do. That he do in the
yeah,
middle of his
yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's crazy, isn't it?
yeah.
Like, how does he do that?
It's like he trying to get a holler out, but he can't get it out. He stalled, like his engine stalled on him. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man, like somebody
Like he
cut
was
the air
thinking,
off or something.
like he was thinking about it. He didn't completely think it through. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah,
thinking
man.
about it, but I don't think I'm. Yeah, man. Yeah, but
Yeah,
you know, it's definitely, it's definitely the way to be in the way to go and
Did you freeze up? Hello? Did I lose him? Where you at, Will? Hold on, let me see what happened. Not sure what happened to Mr. Will. Feel free to leave a comment if you're there.
hello, you there?
You trying to leave me by
I,
myself?
no, sir. I absolutely am not. I apologize. I was kicked out or booted out for some reason. I don't know. I don't
Oh
know.
man,
Just a technical issue. I
understood.
apologize for that. Yeah, man. But I understand that you're a solo musician, and you play with a band or bands, various bands as well. So what? How would musicians or how would musicians? Do you have like a booking agent, or what do you suggest to those that are trying to get more gigs? Do
Um,
you
what works for me? I always carry business cards,
good,
and
good
I started that when I was in Florida.
for
But
sure?
living in Atlanta, you have to hit teams and network.
That's right.
Nobody's gonna call you just out the blue if they don't know you. You know,
People don't
and I
understand.
and I
It's a
and I
grind,
often
man.
use the analogy of Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was rarely the biggest guy on the court, but he
Yep,
was always in position to get that rebound. You have to be in
absolutely.
the right place, the right time,
At the right
the
time.
right the right atmosphere at the right time.
That's right.
Just to be able to get the gig. So when I first
That's right.
moved here, I was at Apache pretty much every Wednesday,
Okay.
and for the jam session, when it came time for the other musicians, I was on the stage. There wasn't a whole lot of
Okay.
guitar players, so I ended up playing the whole night. So when I get off the stage, different people who've heard me throughout the night who have their own bands, like, hey, would you like to play for me? Reach in my pocket, give them a business card. Exchange numbers, blah,
Okay.
blah, blah. So now I end up knowing half the musicians in Atlanta. So
Okay.
it's all about networking and being work withable.
That's right.
You got
That's
to
right.
come with a good attitude, come prepared, be on time, don't be an asshole, and
Right.
just have a good time. Know the music, jam out,
That's right.
get your money and go home.
That's right. That's right, man. That's right. So I understand you mentioned, earlier, during the
Mm-hmm.
live that, very soon you have some upcoming gigs that you're going to be playing, some venues you're going to be playing. And if you have any websites that you would like to share, any locations that you would like to share of venues, go right ahead
Mm-hmm.
right now and share it with the people. And I'll also be ensured to include all the detailed information within the description of this live feed.
Okay. First, I post most of my gigs somewhere between uh, Instagram and Facebook. So follow me on Instagram, Trey Denard, TreDenard. ARD, and I post
Okay.
all my flyers, all my shows there. So if you follow me there, you'll be able to catch all of the shows, and most of my shows I go live. Just depending
Most of your
on how I
shows are
feel,
what?
I may click on
There's a
live on
slight delay
Facebook.
again.
It may be live on
Most of your
Instagram.
most of your shows are what? There's a slight delay again. Could you
Sorry about
repeat
that.
that, please? No
I'm
problem.
saying most of my shows I go live, either on Facebook or Instagram. So if they're following me on either one of them, they'll be able to catch the shows. Shows that I do have coming up this Saturday, I'll be at Jules Lounge in Lawrenceville, I think,
Okay.
and I'll be with Joyce Licorice and the Trading Art
Try
Band.
try not to cut you off, but try turning your volume down just a little bit because
Hold on,
it's echoing.
hold on, hold on. Is that better?
Yeah. Yeah, it
Or is
is.
that too much?
Continue. That's perfect. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. I said Jules Lounge this Saturday. I'll be with Joyce Licorice, who I've been working with probably about the last 4 or 5 years, and she
Okay.
does a great job
Okay.
as my lead singer. And
Okay.
we'll be at Stanley's Cigar Lounge, which is in College Park. That's next week
Okay.
Friday. And
Okay.
I just started working with Shay Stevens, HB, and a few other guys around the city. We're getting ready to
Oh
start
yeah.
touring and doing a Marvin Gaye tribute.
Oh yeah.
So our first show is at the Buckhead Theater on April 3rd. So
Okay.
this is
Okay.
going to be an international show, um, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. We're still working on the putting a full show together, but it's going to be really good.
Yes, sir. And we are looking forward to it. That's for sure. So ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Mr. Young is going to be doing an international tour. He's gonna have his lead singer, he's gonna have the band and a couple of other heavy hitters in the game. And it is definitely something that you do not want to miss, and man, that's gonna be wonderful. So it's gonna be somewhat like a Motown tribute,
No, strictly
just
Marvin.
Marvin Gaye. Oh
And
wow.
actually,
Okay.
I think his birthday is either April 1st or the 2nd, and our show
Hmm.
is on the 3rd, but it's being endorsed by his family. So it's going
Oh
to be big.
wow.
Yeah,
That
they
is
they
wonderful,
mentioned
man.
they mentioned about 200, 250 shows for the year. So like I said,
Congratulations to you, man.
I'm excited to be a part of it. But
Yeah, man.
to go back to what you asked me a few minutes ago, I got a call randomly from somebody that I've been working with for the last 8 or 10 years and say, "Hey, man, would love you to be a part of this," but he wouldn't have been able to call me if we had networked and made that connection some time ago.
Okay. Okay. That's
Just
how it
like you,
starts,
I haven't talked to you since I did a track for you a couple years ago, and then you hit me up
Yep.
about this interview, and here we are.
It's an ongoing thing, man. It just never
Yep,
ends.
never
It's
ends.
it's only according to the availability. You know what I mean? That's it.
Exactly.
As long as they have the availability, we gonna come together and get some work done, man.
Yes, sir.
For sure, for sure. Well, I mean, it has been a pleasure, interviewing you and having you stop by, and share with us your amazing talents. And man, I wish you the best, man, with everything that you're doing. You know, uh, all the prosperity in the world, man. And continue being consistent,
Yes, sir.
continue loving you, continue loving others, continue loving your craft, and for the most part, continue loving the Most High God, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, of
Because He
course, man.
will provide. You know what I'm saying? And He will take care of you. He will take care of us always. But it has been an amazing pleasure speaking with you and having you here with me. And once again, like I said, sir, man, it's been a pretty hectic day. And I truly desired to be on time, but I'm not making an excuse. I'm gonna do my
Hey,
best.
when you told me
And
what was
and
going on, I totally understand it, bro. Because I ain't even gonna front. I've had car issues over the last month or so.
Mhm.
For one week it was the battery. The next week it was the battery cable. I was just like, come on, dude. I think that's how I got sick too. Sitting in that
Really?
cold car, waiting on the tow truck. Bro,
It was
come on,
cold where
man.
I was, and I was sure waiting.
Yeah, because you in Minnesota right now, right?
Yeah, man.
What is it, 20 or
Yeah.
19 up there?
To be quite honest, I don't even know. I can see.
It's too cold to be outside.
Yeah, when I was riding through Missouri earlier today, it wasn't as bad. You know what I mean? Because I was riding through St. Louis earlier, but it wasn't as bad. And I was headed down to Wisconsin and had a breakdown, man.
Man, that's crazy, bro. So for everybody that tuned in, he apologized to me, but we're apologizing to y'all about the delay.
I
Because we're supposed to have a
apologize
sound
fully.
check and everything.
Yeah, we did still manage to get the sound check in there.
Yeah,
It was short, it was brief, but the levels were pretty good. And
yeah.
it was fun doing it too. This was my very, very first live.
Hey, man, dude,
I didn't want to waste any
I'm
more
ecstatic
time than
about it.
what I already had.
I'm ecstatic about it. I've been looking forward to this for the last few days, man, and I just appreciate you recognizing me out out this out of everybody that you could have picked. You called me, so I appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir, man. I mean, I appreciate what you do for me and what you have done for me, and what we will do in the future. That's what I'm about. You know, being I wouldn't even say a bridge over troubled water. I'm just the type of person. If someone has talent, I'm willing to look out for them and because it needs to be seen. It needs to be
Yes, sir.
heard. They need to be, to be seen. They need exposure. That's what I'm here for. And it's about raw talent for me. You know,
Hmm.
it's about raw talent, people that actually need the exposure, man. You know,
And
and
you know what?
you've
It's
been
crazy
good to
that you
me.
say that, man. Just I probably have talked to maybe about 3 or 4 people from,
Uh-huh.
especially guys that I work with that have come to my
Hmm.
shows or seen some of my videos. They're like, why you still go to work every day? Like, why haven't you like made it and got Grammys and all of this other stuff? First of
You
all, I
have made it.
personally don't think I'm that good. But my
You are.
thing is, I tell them all the time. I say, if you would share my stuff, then I could get out further than
That's
the
it.
people that I know.
And
Because that's
one
where
thing
it
about
is.
social
You
media,
got
it
to
has
share it.
reach.
Somebody else got to share it. Somebody else got to share it. There's plenty of information out there. There's plenty of videos, but if nobody shares it, then it's like then I'm doing it all by myself.
And guess what? It costs us. It costs us absolutely nothing to do so.
$0.
Share, share something. That's what we need, and that's why I'm here too, because I have leverage for so many different platforms. You know what I mean? And
Yes, sir.
if you know someone that might need that, better exposure, someone that actually has talent, have them to reach out to me. And the same thing that we're doing, I'll sit with them and do the same thing. You know, you've been in the game for a while. I've been in the game for a while as well. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's what it's about as well. Giving back. You know what I mean? Giving back. It doesn't necessarily have to be of monetary value.
Right,
Just hitting the share button, sharing
man.
a
It
link.
goes a
If
long
that's
way.
all you do, yeah.
Yeah,
If that's
yeah.
all you do,
And
and
and I
I
I
don't.
don't just say it. I live by it. If I
Me too.
if I have a friend that I went to school with or college with or somebody that I know that are doing something that I believe in that could help the community, I just share it.
Absolutely.
I mean, they
That's
don't
right,
ask
man.
me to do it. It's just something that I do. But it should be reciprocal. When I see one of my
That's right.
videos and they got 3 or 4 shares, I try to find out who shared them and so I can thank them and let them know, like, hey, I appreciate that. Like, for real.
Man, we are definitely going to do this again. And like I said, if you know someone, a musician, you know, an emerging artist, someone that's looking to go, full time with it and become professional, or even if they are professional already. If you know a poet that might want some exposure, if you know an artist that paints on canvases that needs
Hmm.
exposure, let them know. Let them know, and I'll be sure to take care of them. And I will take great care of them because you sent them my direction, and I'm gonna do right by them
Oh, man. And I know that because you always made sure I was good.
for sure. And I'm gonna continue to do so, man. That's what I'm here for. You know what I
You just
mean?
got to
That's what
send me
we
the
here for.
songs that we finished already.
Okay, for sure. I'll definitely do that, man. So you could go
Yeah,
ahead and put it on to one of
just email
your
them to me,
drives.
man.
So when you
It's
for
been a
sure,
few of them.
for sure. So when you put it on that drive, you go out, you got it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
For sure, man. I got you. Believe that, man.
For
You
sure.
have my word. That's for sure.
I
But
appreciate it,
it's
man.
been a pleasure. Yes, sir. You are very welcome. I appreciate you as well, Mr. Young. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, man. I don't want to hold you any longer. I know you have many other things to do, and hey, man, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get on to it, man. But
Hey, I
this won't be
appreciate
the
you, brother.
last time we communicate with each other.
Once
Yes, sir.
again, my Instagram is Tradenard, Tredenard, and y'all hit me up, follow me, and what are you gonna do? Hey, man, thank you.
You are very welcome, sir. The people to the people. Y'all heard what he said. Y'all go over there and support him on all platforms. Like I said, it doesn't cost a thing to hit a share button or to hit a like button or to even tell someone about something so marvelous that someone is doing. You
Oh
know,
yeah, one more
your
thing.
support.
One,
Go ahead.
one more thing, but I ain't not to cut you off. I have
No
original
problem.
music. I have 2 albums out and a few singles. They're on Apple Music. They're on Google Play Music. They're on YouTube. They're on Spotify. Title
Give them the names.
anywhere. Music is any music platform. The name of my gospel album that is about 13 years old. It still sounds good though.
I'm gonna check that
It's
out.
called Rhythm and Gospel.
Oh wow.
And my smooth jazz album is called Big Boys Groove.
You
BOI.
do a lot of neo.
I do a lot of neo
Yeah, yeah,
soul,
yeah.
and
Okay.
kind of jazz. It's in between. I'm a church boy trying to fake it. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
like it. I like it, man.
I have
I
to throw it
like it
all in there, man. Hey,
for
man,
sure.
I got a version of Yes Lord that I mixed with Purple Rain. I got to
No,
redo it,
you don't.
but
No, you don't.
I promise I
No,
do.
you don't.
Hey, man,
I gotta hear that. I
don't
gotta hear
laugh.
that,
It's
man.
it's old. It's old, but that's how my mind be working. Because sitting in church, the devil be talking to you. So sometimes you just get them songs, them lines get them.
Man, I don't believe you said that, man. Hey, but hey, real talk. Hey, real talk. I think that's the time he talked to you most. You did.
Man, man. Hey, you ever be praying and your mind just be drifting off? Like, Lord, why am I thinking about this?
Man, you crazy. See, man, come on back in here, man. Come
Hey,
on back
right.
in
Come
here.
on. Gotta reel them in.
Come on. You gotta reel him back in, man. You almost got away. Come here. You know what I mean? Come here. Yeah. Don't you run from me. Come here,
Right.
man.
Yeah,
I totally
man.
get it, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
But
man.
we're gonna talk, man, dude. Let's stay in touch, man. And I appreciate you.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir. I appreciate you as well, man. And you have a marvelous remainder of your week too, man. You know what I mean? This won't be the
Yes,
last
sir.
time we talk. You know what I mean? And
For
until
sure,
next
brother.
time, man. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Peace out.
Peace out.